Hello, everybody. Welcome to Owlbear Odysseys. I'm Shane. With me are JT and Marshall. Say hello, JT and Marshall.
Hi,
Hello,
Marshall.
JT and Marshall.
Shane didn't tell us we were starting yet.
No, he didn't, but
Yeah,
that's
I was
okay.
caught off guard.
That's okay. That's perfect. That's what we need. Today
I was about to move my camera.
we've got a really fun video for you today, and we're bringing this wild energy straight into it. Today we're talking about something that many of us love, Baldur's Gate 3. We've seen those that the trend going around where you show people the characters and make them guess what the names are without having played the game. We're doing something a little different. JT has not played Baldur's Gate 3. Everybody shame
I'm
him in the
not a
comments.
gamer.
Yeah, shame, much shame to him.
Not a
Marshall and
gamer.
I
Much
have.
shame.
Uh, we're
A
gonna show
lot.
him the art for the characters and tell him the names. He, as an experienced DM and player of Dungeons and Dragons, has to guess what the class of those characters are. Marshall, how do you think
Yeah.
he's gonna do?
I give him a good 4.7 out of 10.
Okay,
So an impossible score.
Yeah.
sure,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
I'm coming into this with a huge disadvantage because my favorite video games are Hollow Knight, Overcooked, and Pokemon Conquest. I've I don't think I've ever watched someone play Baldur's Gate.
Oh boy.
That's
It's
why we're
just
doing this.
there's absolutely that the area of most people's brains that's devoted to Baldur's Gate is just static in mine.
Yep, yep. All right.
Empty space.
That's where I keep my list of super heavy elements and their names.
Yeah.
Okay.
Marshall and I are gonna kind of flip flop here, taking the reins, really so that we have something to do in this video. That's mostly about JT. And
Yep.
with that said, we're going to pull up the slides and Marshall.
First one we have is Astarion. Or Astarion. So many different ways to fun say his name, but Astarion. JT, what do you think
Okay.
about this lovely fellow right here?
So, first off, I have a question for Shane as the creator of this PowerPoint. Should do backgrounds mean anything?
Oh no, they don't. They're
Okay.
all scenes from Baldur's Gate. Um,
But they're not tied to the characters in any way.
there are probably two of them that they're tied to the character. But even
Okay.
if you knew that, that wouldn't help you for that character.
Okay. And my second question is, what are my options just the core 12 D&D classes?
Yep.
Okay. My immediate thought looking at this guy is that he has cocky energy, that smirk,
Okay.
those eyes, and that obviously reads bard to me.
Okay.
He's not wearing any armor in this picture.
I
So
I
I
also
think,
tried to find the pictures that didn't give away stuff like that.
well, I
So I
feel
wouldn't
like I
necessarily
need,
take that into account.
but that means that I have, hold on, I'm about to pull up just a list of the 12 classes so I have it to refer to so that I don't miss anything obvious. The problem is I need something to work off of.
Do you want me to make it even worse for you?
Sure.
Um, Not all of the classes are covered, and at least one of them is used more than once.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's fine. This guy, my guess is that he's a tiefling because of the red eyes. Or demonic in some way. I'm going to go with my gut instinct. I'm going to say this guy is a bard. He has very cocky, noble energy to me. He
Okay.
doesn't he doesn't seem like the kind of guy who could hold his own in a fist fight. So if he's a barbarian, I'm going to sound like an idiot. But he just the handsomeness of him, this is the kind of guy that could steal your wife. Um so I'm gonna lock in Bard for him.
Okay. Go over to the next slide, and Astarion is actually a rogue. You're
Okay.
very close with the idea of Bard. He is
That
very
was
charismatic.
that was my
Yeah,
second option.
everything you said about him was spot on, but he's a
Very true.
rogue.
Yeah,
Okay.
He's a high elf, right?
he is a high elf.
He's a
Yeah.
high
That
elf
makes
rogue,
sense.
and he's actually a vampire spawn.
I have so little to go off of. I have to take every clue that I have. And he has like bright red eyes. That feels demonic to me.
Or vampire
It's
spawn.
close. He is a
Yeah.
vampire. You don't get to see his teeth though. In one of his main pictures, he has a little bit of blood dripping down his chin.
Okay.
But he
I
is Mr. Steelio Girl.
I
Mhm.
That
stand by
is
my
his
answer
thing.
that he has bard energy.
That he does. He definitely does. His charisma is pretty high. He is Mr. Steelio Girl.
Okay.
That's
All
just
right.
who he is.
So that was Asterion. Time for us to go with
Next one.
Gale.
Oh
I'll even give
no.
you Gale of Waterdeep.
That doesn't help me.
Bummer. I really thought it was going to help.
So, first thing that I'm noticing about this guy, because one of the things that I have to, like, one of the tools that I have is my knowledge of character design. That the people who made Baldur's Gate are creating characters that are supposed to be like recognizable and memorable. So when I see this guy, first thing that pops out to me, he's got a very strong square face. He's got a thick neck. It seems like he's got a strong build. He looks like a brawler to me.
That still gives you a
And
few options.
it does. And if you hadn't corrected me on this earlier, I would say again, I don't see any armor, but I'm just going to assume that I can't rely on that. So I I'm seeing brawler, but there's still a little bit of like refinedness to his character, it looks like. Especially like he's got a long hairstyle, but it's a little rumpled. I'm gonna say this guy's a fighter. He strikes me as like maybe like the captain of a an army, something like that. I think he's a fighter.
All right. Well, survey says Gale is a wizard. You were very
True
wrong.
that. No, he's not.
Yeah, in your defense, I've seen it pointed out before that all of the non-physical people, their character designs are still kind of ripped. Like, 'cause you
Guy's
can take
not
their
a
shirts off and
wizard.
stuff. He has a six-pack, I'm pretty sure. And he
He
starts with
does.
an 8 in strength, so that's kind of unfair.
That guy
Um,
is as much a wizard as Asta from Black Clover is. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry,
Baldur's Gate
man.
3 is wrong.
He's very much a wizard. That's
And he
basically
loves
his
eating
his
magic
character
items.
trait. Yeah.
He looks nothing like a wizard.
Well, if you saw like the full design, it probably would
If you
make
saw
more
his full
sense.
outfit, yeah.
Just the headshot though is a little not fair.
Him looking very grimace in his like it just looks very serious, and I can see the fighter that you could that you where
You
you
know,
would come in from fighter.
there's not a wizard in all of fiction who has that strong of a jawline. I'm sorry.
Gale of Waterdeep does.
Gale of Waterdeep does.
All right. Okay.
The next one we have up is Halson.
All right. So immediately we've got some face tattoos. Um, this guy is obviously elvish in some way with the ears. See, the face tattoos could go in multiple directions. My immediate thought is like I think it's a Celtic thing that like Celtic and Nordic both. I think that like their like strongest warriors would have war tattoos. My mind is going towards barbarian, but also I'm seeing the dress. There's a little bit of fanciness to his hair. He's got that like little gem thing that looks like that his hand is covering. I don't know why, but something about this design is saying druid to me. And I feel stuck between barbarian and druid. And I can tell by both of your faces that druid is wrong, but I'm not taking that into account.
I'm very intentionally trying to not reveal anything,
Yeah.
which may be revealing how bad of a poker face I have, but I swear I'm trying. I would not use my face as an indicator one way or another.
Same.
He does also have some scars on his face, it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are scars.
I'm gonna say that this guy's a barbarian.
Okay. Well, hit us off to the next slide, and you were wrong.
You
You were
freaking
close. You were
kidding
you were
me?
on it. You were on it. You had it. He is a druid.
I saw both of you
The-
react to Druid, and I just assumed the wrong thing about your reaction.
You certainly
Those
did.
scars that he has are from the bear claws. But
Yeah.
he is a bear. That's what he turns into all
So
the
I'm
time. That's
2
his
for
thing.
3 with my second guess being right.
Yeah, and that doesn't count at all.
No.
No.
And I mean, granted, like I was completely off on Gale, but so were the game designers.
Yeah, when you first meet Halson, it's actually in the bear form.
Oh, that's fine.
Yep.
So yeah.
And you also know that you're looking for him from a druid enclave.
Yeah, he's the archdruid. He's a wood elf.
Yep.
But anyway, the next one
Okay.
is this one, Shahira.
Another set of pointy ears here.
Mm-hmm.
There are quite a few elf/half
Yeah.
elves.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't get very creative with the races, I see. Unless the
Yeah.
Loxodon's coming later.
Maybe. We'll see.
Maybe.
Wow. There's really nothing with her. There's just nothing. Like she's giving me nothing.
You gotta go on vibes, man.
I'll go off vibes.
Okay. Let me ask you a question, Shane. If you were to court this woman, where would you take her on your first date? You don't have to give an answer that has anything to do with her class. I just want to get your take on her vibes.
I mean, I would be intimidated, but I would be intimidated to take any of these women on a date. I feel like I'm gonna say nice restaurant just because I feel like I have to be up to her standards. Like I can't take her somewhere that's not nice.
Interesting.
Which
She's
may
giving
say
me
more about me than about her.
Yeah. You're just a simp. She's giving me somewhat like wild vibes. Like this is someone who has spent time in the wilderness, maybe doesn't like being in the city, but will begrudgingly do so. She's got very intense eyes.
I fully agree with that.
That she do.
She is very intense.
I don't
She
like
is.
that you picked like a straight on view for her because I feel like I'm being judged.
You're getting the correct vibe then.
You are getting the correct vibe.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna say she's got like, especially something that is giving me some kind of opinion is the like crest thing on her shirt or tunic. For whatever reason, she strikes me as someone religious. It's kind of a toss up between cleric and paladin. And I'm assuming that the world of Baldur's Gate does not have the same sexism that our own Middle Ages had. And so
That's a fair assumption.
So I'm going to say she's a cleric. I feel like I'm wrong. This is the first one that I've had no strong feelings about. So I'm just going to lock in cleric.
All right. Well, she's a druid.
It's another druid.
Yep. And fun factoid here, be a real nerd. She was in Baldur's Gate 1 and Baldur's Gate 2. I believe these are respectively her art from those games.
Okay, so the art got better.
Yeah. She's also, I learned today, making this slide, that she is a half elf. I really thought she was a full elf, but she is a high half elf. She's also the high harper in Baldur's Gate 3, so the leader of the harpers.
Yep.
So my wild, intense read was spot on.
Oh, yeah. She's super 100%. Intense.
Okay.
Super intense and very much like our nature.
So you put the two druids next to each other.
The alphabet put them next to each other.
Oh, is that what we're doing?
Yeah, I made this list. Order. Of course it's in alphabetical order.
Okay. Let's
All
go on
right.
to the next one. We got Karlak.
I wonder what race she is.
Who
Who
knows?
knows?
I mean, the
I
ears are
don't.
telling me immediately that this is a half elf.
I think she's a fairy.
What class is this Owlin woman? So immediately, like, as much as we're joking about it, obviously a tiefling. So the question then becomes, how stereotypical is the game being? Is this a tiefling warlock or a tiefling sorcerer? They're going down the easy route. Or is this a tiefling cleric who is praising the Lord of Light?
Huh.
She's got some cocky energy too. Like, this feels like someone who, she wouldn't be the one to push me down, but if I fell down in front of her, she would laugh at me. One of her horns is broken too. That's interesting. Marshall, you said I was going to get 4 or 5 of these, right?
I said maybe 4.7, so maybe 5.
Yeah, you said 4.7, which isn't a possibility, so I'm saying 4 or 5, both of which
Yeah.
are.
Well, you were close on the other ones. You just second guessed yourself. That was my thought. You were going to second guess yourself a lot.
You know what? I'm just going to say sorcerer. I don't know.
Okay. Go to the next slide, and we got ourselves a barbarian,
Dang.
otherwise known as Karlak the Muscle Mommy. That is just who she is.
Holy
This is
crap.
She wouldn't push you down, but if you fell in front of her, she would laugh, but it would be with you. It would not be
Yep.
at
Okay.
you.
And
Well,
then she would also help you up and be like, "Get on up, rub some dirt on it. I got you."
well, the rest of that was going to be that she would laugh at me and then she would help me up.
Okay. Yep.
Like, she like she does seem kind, but she seems like someone who will, like, she's not afraid to be a little mean.
Oh yeah.
She is very
Her
confident.
ability, that MTG ability is insane.
It is. It's really good.
I wouldn't know. And because I don't want to talk about
But
Magic
yeah.
the Gathering and I don't know about it, I'm gonna move on.
Okay, I've
This
seen this
is
one.
Lae'zel.
I've seen this one before.
She is Gith. I'm not gonna tell you which Gith.
It's okay. I hate them all equally.
Don't worry, she hates you too.
Okay, she is scowling. She is wearing armor. So I'm locking in that I'm gonna be so mad if she's a caster. I'm locking in that she is a martial class of some type. She's wearing armor. She's
Okay.
got a very aggressive face. Her hair is all tied back out of the way so it doesn't get in the way of fighting. No, the problem is every time I try to read these off of the vibes, I get almost there and then I'm wrong. But I'm somewhere between. I'm between fighter and paladin right now.
If that's armor, those are probably good options.
Is that not armor?
I didn't say it wasn't.
No, but you implied such. I'm not trusting the hints you're giving.
You shouldn't. I'm not trying to help you.
That if that's not armor, then this is another Gale situation where the designers were wrong. I'm gonna say fighter. Hey,
You got it.
I got one.
You got one.
You got one.
Yeah, I
And
figured. I figured that telling you I wasn't gonna tell you which Gith was actually kind of a hint, because the Githyanki are the physical ones, and the Githzerai are the wizardy types. And
Yep.
she's pretty stereotypically Githyanki.
Well, your problem is assuming that I would have remembered that about them.
Yeah, you
Whenever
pretty much got it.
Whenever I edit this, I'm gonna have to have like a little diagram at the bottom of showing how many I've gotten, like, my second guess was right and how many I actually got right. And it's gonna be so depressing to look at.
Next up, we got Minsk.
Okay. Ranger.
Woo.
Oh.
I'm just saying Ranger.
You just
That's
just
what you're
Ranger?
locking in?
No
Do I
questions.
need to vamp a little bit first?
I mean, I don't have. You don't
That's up
have
to
to.
you.
I guess.
This guy looks like my dad, first off.
Oh, he
If my
does
dad
look like your
shaved
dad.
He does.
if my dad shaved his face, This guy
Yeah.
is my dad.
He also kind of looks like Mr. Clean though.
Well, so does my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Ranger.
Okay, next line. And you right! You got another one. Minsk and Boo. Very memorable.
Why does he look Egyptian on this in this picture?
This one, I looked it up earlier. I hope I'm saying it right. This art is from Baldur's Gate 1, I think.
Yes.
If I remember
Okay.
correctly, he is not in Baldur's Gate 2, but he was in 1 and 3.
Mm-hmm. And he's voiced by
Yeah.
Matt Mercer.
Yeah. That's why he's
Having
creeping out in the corner.
I thought so. Having the little friend locked in Ranger for me real easy.
Well, I feel like that either was a big hint or it was going to be like a throwing someone off. Because you see like an
Yeah.
animal companion and you think like Beastmaster Ranger type thing. But Boo is, I believe, a miniature giant space hamster.
Yes.
So not exactly the best Beastmaster companion. But no, you got it.
Yeah, I'm not thinking
Yeah.
that far into the
All right.
logistics.
Well, I am. You know, I think of the mechanics.
Boo.
If I
Boo is very
overcomplicate something, it's
intelligent.
going to be the vibes.
Yeah, Boo is very smart.
Very
But
smart.
good job, JT. You got Minsk immediately.
Good job.
Let's see
I've
if you
got-
can
That was
get
very fast.
Minthara.
And Thara, okay. Is this another tiefling? Looks like. How do I feel about her? She's given me Teen Titans Raven vibes,
Okay.
but she's also wearing armor. And Raven, if Raven were to have a class, she would be a sorcerer. No question asked. This is not a sorcerer. Does she have... I need to ask a logistical question because her hair is kind of covering it up. Does she have a neck tattoo?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a little spider web.
Oh, she's a member of the Phantom Troop. Cleric.
All right, let's see. Oh, how did that get there? Sorry. Nothing. She's a paladin.
I was close.
You were very close.
Clerics and paladins have similar vibes.
Yeah.
They do.
Minthara is a bad guy when you meet her, and
Mhm.
if you do the right things, you can get her on your side.
Yeah.
Or if you
And
do the
she is
very bad
also not a
things.
tiefling.
Yeah,
What
she's
is she?
drow.
She is a drow.
Oh, that makes sense.
I couldn't tell if you were joking or not. I was like, can he not tell that she's drow? Is this a joke?
Yeah.
Is it that obvious that she is?
And she's
mean,
also
like-
in the Underdark.
Like, now that you've told me she's a drow, I can see it very clearly. I just wasn't considering them before.
The spider web is also a hint.
That makes
Yeah.
sense. How
We
many
got
have...
Shadowheart.
Can I ask, how many characters do we have and what number are we on?
I think we're on 9 of 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've gotten 2 right. And I think I've gotten like 5 ballpark at this point.
Yep, which count for exactly 0.
Exactly.
I can set, in the words of Brennan Lee Mulligan, I can set my own standard in this game. And if I'm trying my best, that is what matters.
Okay.
Sure, if you want to be a
Okay.
loser.
So, immediate things that pop out to me. The little jewelry piece on her forehead. I don't remember what that's called. Diadem?
Circlet.
Circlet. What's a diadem?
I don't know. But I know
don't
what a
if
circlet
either.
is.
I think it's
Yeah.
similar.
But yeah, that's standing out to me. Those oftentimes have a lot of ritual or religious significance. She's also doing like what looks to be a salute of some type. Does she have a burn on the back of her hand? Is that what that is?
It's a wound of some kind, I believe.
Okay.
It is a wound.
She looks very ornate. Like the braid of her hair, the little thing holding it together, the circlet. She looks like someone who values holding a good appearance, whether that be for herself or for others. I said it last time, but I'm really leaning towards cleric for her as well. The other thing I'm considering, And I don't think this is right, but something is telling me monk. So the question is, do I trust my first instinct, or do I play the odds and rely on my second guess, which have historically been better? I'm going to lock in cleric.
And the next slide says, yes,
There we
you
go.
are right. She is a cleric.
Yeah.
And you are completely right. She does like to stand on good appearance.
Yeah.
And she does keep herself looking all nice.
Yeah. She just has a very like ritualistic appearance to her. Like she's someone like this. The circlet definitely looked like a religious garb.
That it was.
Yeah.
She's a worshiper of Shar.
Yep.
That's 3.
She's a trickery domain cleric when you meet her.
Ugh.
Okay.
Which
So-
everyone I've ever played with immediately changes that when they can. What about
Good job.
Will?
Mm.
Obviously a tiefling, right?
This guy's not a sea elf. So what I'm immediately seeing from him, one of his eyes has been damaged. So this guy's been in some brawls. It looks, based on like the scar there, it looks like he's taken a bladed weapon to like the bottom of the jaw that scraped across, and that's what got his eye. Which doesn't necessarily say anything about his class. It just like it tells me that he's probably been in a fight with a martial class before.
Okay.
And he's got what looks like another scar on his chin too. This is going to be a swing for the fences. And maybe I'm letting the background dictate my thoughts here, but I'm going to say this guy's a warlock.
All right. I
And
thought he
you're
was.
There we go.
Yep.
So is he actually a tiefling? Wait.
No, he's a human. But if
No, yeah, he's
if
human.
you don't do if he doesn't do what he is instructed to do, he gets turned into, I think it's a devil, demon.
Yeah, he gets turned into a devil.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is his patron Mizora, by the way.
That was kind of
And-
my thought that I had built up is like this is someone who has been bested in combat because he like wasn't a good enough fighter and turned to dark magics to augment that.
That's pretty close. Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
It's pretty spot on. So
All right.
now, a daily double, basically. Who do you think mine and Shane's favorite character of these 10 are?
I was not forewarned by this question. I'm not sure I know which one mine is.
Oh.
I don't know either. I just
Here's the thing,
had to
I
throw
don't-
that in.
I don't remember all the characters' names.
All right, we're gonna pull you back over here because I took everyone away. We're gonna go through it real quick once I get back to the right thing. All right, Asterion, Gale,
Okay.
Halcyon, Jaheira, Karlak, Lizelle, Minsk, Minthara, Shadowheart, and Will.
Okay. I don't know how much that helped me. What was her name? Minthara? I mean, like, Shane's obviously simping for her a little bit.
I don't know what you mean.
Can I? I'm going to make a comment that means nothing to anyone who will watch this video, but Asterion gives me real Delson vibes from New Ghostbusters.
No, Astarion's not near that annoying.
No.
Just like
Hey.
the cockiness of the look.
Oh no. Okay, yeah, I gotcha.
Astarion's much worse than Delson. Come on.
Favorites, all right.
Uh,
I'm going to lock in Minthara as Shane's favorite and Lizelle as Marshall's.
Holy sell for me.
That's a
Interesting.
terrible choice for him.
Is it?
Yeah, he doesn't like Lizelle. I do.
Oh.
I hate
She's-
Lizelle.
She's just the weirdest one, and Marshall refuses to play a normal character.
Yeah,
That's fair. My favorite is Minsk, but my actual favorite, the one I play with the most, is Karlak.
You can't say
Karlak
your
is-
favorite is X and your actual favorite in Y. That
It's
as a
hard.
sentence means nothing. That is a
So
sentence that
Minsk-
imparts no information.
I know. It's hard to explain it. Minsk, I like his whole shtick, his just everything. But Karlak
it's
is
just it's
one I
Matthew
play with
Mercer
more.
acting like a big dumb strong guy, and it's so
That
Yeah.
sounds
annoying.
fun.
it's great. I
You-
love it.
You can say that your favorite is Minsk, but the one you play most as is Karlak. But you can't say my favorite is Minsk, but my actual favorite is someone else.
You can
Oh,
sure
not
say
play
it. It
most
just doesn't
as.
mean anything.
Play most with. She's
Yeah,
my
it's
secondary companion.
you can
Yeah.
also you can play as these characters, but you can create your own, and then you can
Yeah.
romance the other characters. All of them except for Jahira.
Okay.
Wait, you can romance Minsk? I didn't think you could.
Oh, maybe not Minsk. I don't actually know. I haven't played with Minsk.
Well, that is JT guessing the Baldur's Gate 3 characters. He got 4 right.
Yeah,
I was close with the 4.7.
You were pretty close.
Yeah. And again, like if we had played the rules of like I can submit 2, then I would have gotten 7. Like getting 3 second guesses right is not bad.
Yeah,
You're not
and
wrong.
altogether it means you
Not
got
bad.
4 of them right.
Yeah.
Good job. 4 out of 10, not bad. That's almost a
Yeah.
50%.
Yeah, and also it would have been
Not knowing anything
a
about
different
him.
game if you could have seen like the full body shots
full
and
body.
stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because then you obviously
Not-
would have been able to guess. Like you would have seen Karlak had a battle axe across her back.
Yep. You would have saw Gale's full like.
I am looking up a
dress
full
outfit,
picture
basically.
of Gale.
But no, that is a very real thing. If you didn't notice, like Gale is a wizard, Astarion's a rogue, Will is a warlock. They're all like the squishy people, basically.
Yep.
None of them are strong, and they're all ripped.
Yep. Minsk is the only one that actually makes sense. That it minus Karlak.
Yeah.
Karlak and Minsk both make sense for their rippedness.
I'm
Lae'zel
looking,
does not look ripped at all. She
I'm
looks
looking
No,
at
she's
pictures of
thin
Gale.
child.
I'm looking at pictures of Gale, and if he, except for pictures where he's like casting a spell, he still does not give me wizard vibes.
All right.
He
A fun
doesn't.
thing about Gale
He doesn't necessarily
is
give me fighter, but he doesn't look like a wizard to me at all.
Well, Larian, you've
That's
heard it.
fair.
You have to go change Baldur's Gate 3 now.
Yeah. Sorry.
Gale also has a bomb in his chest.
That he
Don't
does.
we all?
Sure.
Oh,
Anyway, that
thank you for
was
watching.
our video. As Marshall already said, I'm realizing he already did a bit of an outro. JT, is there a video on our channel that the people who enjoyed this video should go watch?
You know, there's nothing that we've done that's like close to this, but we did a video where we took a D&D class quiz, and that had a lot of just aimless talking and fun interaction. So maybe check that one out. You can make fun of Marshall's favorite color.
Yeah,
Chicanery.
as you should.
Spoiler alert,
Hey,
it's not a
my
color.
favorite color. My favorite color is awesome. Leave me alone.
And if you want to know what that's about, go check out the video. Marshall, before we go, one more thing. Is there like a game we're playing or something? I feel like there is.
Baldur's Gate 3, right?
No, I think we're I think we're playing something called Heartwood Heist. Y'all should go check that out. Heartwood Heist we're close to finishing it up right now, and by the time the next few episodes drop, you could just go watch all of them back to back. They're all on our YouTube, and we also stream them on Twitch every first, third, and fifth Saturday. Go check it out. It's a lot of fun. We got 2 of the players right here, and the other 2 players are elsewhere.
Oh, yeah.
It's Minsk and Boo.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Minsk and Boo. Those are the other 2 players.
All right. Everybody,
Yeah.
we had a lot of fun.
Thank you so much.
See you guys.
Have a great day.
See ya.